welcome to DNA. Today our special guest is Natasha Sharma.
Hi.
She is an executive assistant at a very well-known large company. Executive assistant in my mind has always been one of those hero jobs because they are the ones who are usually in the backdrop and takes care of many things, if not everything, for an individual, a team, or a company. I've also heard about a joke that executive assistant basically runs the company. I know Natasha's reaction is kind of like, no.
No, I'm okay with that.
Oh,
Yes.
really? Okay, we will talk about that. Cool. But I think it just tells like how much executive assistant does for a team, for a company, right? So today I'm really looking forward to have Natasha to share her story as an executive assistant. Welcome, Natasha.
Great. Thank you, Yuji, for having me. I'm excited for this. This is
Cool,
great.
awesome. We're so glad to have you today.
Thank you, and thank you for that kind introduction.
So let's start with why you wanted to become an executive assistant.
Of course. So this job actually fell into my lap. I started off as a marketing assistant many years ago, and I started to develop a very strong relationship with one of our key executives at my company, and an executive assistant role came up supporting her, and then she wanted me to go for it. So I thought, why not? Why not give it a shot? And ever since that day, I've been an executive assistant for 5 years now.
Wow, interesting. So you were working in marketing and then you
was.
become an executive assistant.
Yes.
Just because someone asked you.
Yes, we had such a great relationship that I just could not say no to the offer.
I see.
And I'm so glad I did that.
Tell us what your day-to-day is like as an
Yeah.
executive assistant.
Well, yeah, day to day it changes. Every day is so different. It depends if the executives are in town or if they're traveling. In my instance, my executives are always traveling. So when they are in the office, I'm constantly like looking after them, making sure they, know what they're doing, where they're going, making sure that they're at their meetings. A lot of calendaring, of course. Outlook and I are like best friends. We have a love-hate relationship. Like sometimes we get along, sometimes we don't. But I'm
like
on
a boyfriend
Outlook.
situation?
Yeah, it's one of those relationships that,
How many executives are you covering?
Right now I support 3 executives, and they're all so different as well, supporting different teams, different personalities, different day-to-days for them. So I'm constantly juggling the different business roles.
Gotcha. So you mentioned that you are taking care of a lot of meeting schedules for them, travel plans. What else do you need to do as an executive assistant?
Yep, so I help plan team offsites. We have an offsite.
Oh, that's fun.
We have an offsite every other month for my different teams, so that's probably one offsite every month.
Wow. So do you have a laundry list of all the fun events you can bring the team to?
Actually, yes, we do.
That's
we do.
awesome.
At my current
I'd
company.
love to see that
Yeah, we have a shared document with all of the different restaurants we can go to, different team activities, different, everything.
Can you always pick your favorite to take the team to?
I do. I ask the team members what they want to do, but secretly I choose what I want to do.
And then you try to convince them, hey, this is a really
Yes.
good place.
Yes. Or I just say, oh, everyone chose this idea, let's just do it. I don't do that. We have a lot of team meetings, so I act as a project manager for that. I make sure that we have everything's documented, action items, team meeting notes, and then make sure that we always have agendas and all that good
So
stuff.
speaking of taking care of team meeting notes, do you always know what the team members are talking about in the meeting, or you kind of just try to pay like whatever they say?
Yeah, so there are a lot of acronyms that I just obviously I can't keep up sometimes. Nobody really can. But I always follow up with team members after and just make sure that I have everything documented right.
But also covering 3 different executives, 3 different teams, right?
Exactly.
So the stuff they talk about are always very different.
Yeah.
So does it also help you to get a broader knowledge of what each function does and understand their functions?
Absolutely, definitely. So attending the team meetings helps. I mean, team meeting every week, I'm constantly in the know of what's going on. If I was in a team meeting maybe once a month, I would not understand anything.
Gotcha.
So it helps being present. Also, when I'm scheduling these meetings and talking to my executives, I'm finding out what their goals are, what their priorities are, and so that always links back to the team meeting, so everything makes sense. Of course, event planning as well. Not so much in my current role, but my previous role as an executive assistant, I did a lot of event work.
For external clients, customers, events?
Yes, so I was on the marketing team before as an executive assistant, so we dealt a lot with external facing client events. So I would get to travel, I would get to be on the ground during the event, so that was exciting.
What do you like the most being executive assistant?
I love being at the sounding board for my executives, making decisions on their behalf, working with different team members.
Oh, you do? So that is true that you are running the company or running the team. So the decisions are actually coming from you?
Well, I mean, I'm not making the big decisions.
Oh, the secret whisper.
Yes. Maybe we should do... Okay, we'll do that. But no, so obviously I run these decisions by my executives, but then I'm obviously like the face of that. So sometimes I can be the bad person or the really good person. So it can change. But I love being the sounding board. Right, working with the executives, I see them all the time. I get all the face to face with them, and they're all so brilliant and so educated and powerful, and they're just so wonderful to be around. So I learn a lot from them on a day-to-day basis. And then also being with the team members. I love like everybody that I work with, and everyone's so welcoming, so friendly and nice. And
because you're always very friendly to others, probably.
I try to be, unless they get on my bad side.
Oh really? There's anybody on your bad side?
No. We won't get into that.
Are there things that you don't like?
Expenses. Expenses are not fun. Obviously, we have a lot of expenses come through, but it's easier for the current company I work with to do expenses. But in my past company that I worked with, expenses were such a time suck.
Do you have to like fax everything, paper document?
Yeah, paper document everything. We would use Excel. We would not use like the company that we currently use for expenses. So it was all like hand done.
Wow, so old school.
Very old school. And I think they still do that.
How's work-life balance for executive admins? So I have heard that executive assistants are usually the know-it-all person. So like you said, everybody will go to you and ask for help. But what it means is that you have to be available all the time to answer people's questions and help out. How has it been working out for you?
Yeah, well, working for a global company, you are getting pings at different times. It can be late at night, really early in the morning. I think it's up to you how you want to do that. For me, my executives are number one. If they ask me to do something, I'll do it right away. Other team members, I'll let them know, hey, I'll help you in a couple hours or when things slow down. But thankfully, my executives, they honor my time and my work in life. So they are not pinging me at 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. But I do know a lot of executives that do that to their assistants. But thankfully, I'm not in that zone.
What do you think is required to become a very good executive assistant?
I would say obviously you have to be very organized. You can't come into this role and not know how to be organized for others. Personally, I'm not a very organized person for myself.
Really?
For myself.
Oh, okay.
But for my executives, I have folders, I have different docs to keep myself organized for them. And
Gotcha.
But yeah, for me, I'm not organized.
I guess it's also a balance, right? Where you're super organized at work, like for me, it's the same. Like in my personal life, I would prefer not to be so organized, just so it feels like a different lifestyle.
And you have to be very proactive. You have to be thinking ahead, thinking about the next offsite that will happen in 6 months, or thinking about travel coming up next year, or just being very proactive in that sense.
Gotcha.
You also have to be a good personality fit. And so I think that's key. So it's with the executives and it's with the team. You have to know how to adapt to different personalities. And that comes with time.
So how do people interview you? How do they find out if you are a good fit to the team? Or how do you find out if you are a good fit?
Great question. So when you interview, I interviewed a while back, but when I was interviewing, you would interview with team admins, the team admin leads first, and like the VP's assistant. And you learn about the role through them, you learn about the executives through them, the teams, what they're envisioning for this role, And if you're okay with that, and if the team admin thinks you're a good fit, then you'll move on to the next round, and then you'll actually interview with the executives.
Gotcha.
Before I interview, I like to learn about the executives beforehand. I like to have coffee with them one-on-one, or meet with somebody on their team and actually learn what they do before the interview. Because interviews can be a little stressful sometimes. You forget to ask questions, so I like to do that.
Is it like dating?
It is kind of like dating,
Right?
because
You're
you have
making
to have
choice
that
on both
personality.
sides.
Absolutely, exactly. So it's like speed dating.
So it sounds like you're enjoying being an executive assistant right now, but let's say if one day you don't want to be an executive assistant anymore, what would you want to be?
I have thought about this a lot.
Oh, you do?
Yes, we do have career admins. I personally don't know if I'm a career admin, and my executives are aware of
What
this.
is a career admin?
That you'll stay in this role, you'll move up in the executive assistant ladder. and
Oh,
whatnot.
okay.
I think I would want to be an astronaut.
You gotta start training yourself
I
like
know,
right
I
now.
I've been training. You did? Yes. Really? For how long? No.
Oh my god, Natasha just got me.
Might as well shoot for the moon.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to go into like project coordination, project management, or program coordination as well.
Gotcha.
So because I mean my current role, that's what we do.
Executives and admins matching is an art. Without the right admins, the executive life could totally go crazy.
I hope that's not true, but true. I hope we need it, and I know we definitely need it. Yes, it's a partnership. We need them as much as they need us. Is what I would say.
Executive assistant has a lot of power. So make sure you make good friends with your boss's admins on day one. That's very important.
I think that's very important too. So yes, I agree with that. We like to meet people. We are very, people focused. So of course, I love to meet new team members that come in. I like to give them the lay of the land, tell them about the team, give them a tour. So I agree. You should be on our good side, and we will make things happen for you. Unless if you want like a 5 a.m. meeting, then you don't have to be nice.
Executive assistant tasks are always very tedious and boring.
I'll say this, as in that's not true, but sometimes. But I mean, in any role, I feel like that can be the case.
And you also mentioned that you take a lot of notes for your team meetings. So do you have to be a fast typer?
Yes, you should actually see my notes before I send it out. It's chicken scratch.
Oh,
so
I would love to see that. Oh, I feel like I should prepare a keyboard for you so you can demonstrate to us how fast you type.
I am very fast. I'm a very fast typer, but it's chicken scratch. Sometimes I read over my notes and I don't know what I was talking about.
Thank you again for joining us today, Natasha, to share what it's like to be an executive assistant. As I said before, executive assistant really does so much for the team, for the executives. So please always remember to show your gratitude to our dear executive assistants. And when the April comes, National Admins Day. Please send your flowers, chocolates. What do you like, Natasha?
I love flowers. I love chocolates. I love it all.
Let's do this tradition together. What it's like to be an executive assistant. DNA, get!